Hey boys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys a bunch of unit combos that are very good to use in enemy Vanguards update 9.0, and obviously we're gonna be mostly using the brand new units. So without further ado, don't forget to subscribe and comment your name down below if you want to participate in the giveaway that I'm currently hosting in the channel. Obviously you could win the anniversary bundle 1 or a battle pass, and yeah, I will just reply to a bunch of people who won, so make sure to check your notifications as well. And yeah, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first combo is gonna be very simple. It's just gonna be two units that are very good together. We got Broly and the Doom unit Hill Killer. Obviously, this is mostly because Hill Killer is an unbound unit, and unbound units are just carried by Broly's passives. Plus, Hill Killer is originally a very good unit, and also a very fun unit to use as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this one quite quickly because it's a very simple combo. We got Broly, as I said, and this guy right here, the Doomslayer unit. And if we check Broly's ability, Wrathful Clash, you can see that while this ability is active, plus 20% crit rate per wave for all units that by default have the unbound element. And Doomslayer obviously does have that. And up to 100%, after 7 waves, said units start gaining 10% crit rate per wave. And this ability lasts, I'm pretty sure, for like 14 waves. So yeah, as you guys can see, this ability will actually buff Hill Killer a lot. And if you give him a good burp that has good crit and good crit damage increase as well, then he will be a monster. Let's go ahead and spawn his okay, I need to restart for that. I need to use him with Monarch. There we go. Let's go ahead and just use the ability, skip some waves, and max this guy out. There we go, as you guys can see. And now this guy is doing crit every single attack, and his crit damage is higher than his normal crit damage, as you guys can see. Alongside his already strong DPS, this guy is a freaking unit. I'm guessing for the ability, the crit chance and crit damage saves, I'm guessing. So even when you're using the ability, I'm not 100% sure, but it should work this way. But even the ability has that crit damage and crit chance as well. So you're dealing a crazy ton of damage from the ability and also from the unit itself. And yeah, those two units are very strong, one of the strongest units in the whole game. So having them together is gonna be insanely awesome, honestly. And yeah, let's go right into the next combo, because this one, as I said, is a very simple one. For the next one, we're gonna go for a burn team. Honestly, the burn element and burn teams in general are getting buffed every single update at this point. It's actually crazy. But we got this new Senator unit over here that actually buffs and detonates burns, as you guys can see. We got the first passive, basically inflict burn first of all, and then when attacking a burning enemy, he follows up with attack 2. And when he does this follow-up, he detonates all burns on that enemy, dealing 200% of the burns damage. So he deals extra 200% extra burn damage. That is crazy. So if we use him alongside Escanor, obviously the strongest burn unit, and also getting and using Dio over Heaven as well alongside that, and we can also use Lizard or Godzilla, because I'm surprised a lot of people don't know this, but he does buff DOTs, and burn is a DOT, so he will be a good support for burns as well. So let's go ahead and place all those units first. Let me just clear out those enemies, and I'm gonna be placing this guy. So for Dio over Heaven, you could either use his burn, or you could also use Scorched, which gives you a 20% increase in burn damage. So for this one, we're gonna use burn because we already have 2 units that buff burns. For Godzilla, you don't need his Monarch version, because you would rather actually have him cover the whole map, because But unfortunately, I can only place one because I had King Burden on before and it limits the placements. But since we have King Burden, might as well use it to its full potential. Anyways, as you guys can see, enemies within this unit's range take 30% more damage from all DOT effects. And remember, he also inflict burn, so even him is getting affected by those buffs. And obviously, as I said, we got Senator. How many placements is this guy again? He's one placement, obviously, because of King Burden, but he is a 3 placement. Okay, so I just restarted to get rid of the King Burden effect. This way we can place multiple Godzillas and multiple Senators as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this guy here and here and whatever, but we're gonna max those guys out and we're gonna go ahead and spawn a very strong unit to test this out. So we're just gonna max those guys out as well. Obviously, this is a very expensive team, so you may change it around if you're playing a very short game mode, but on long game modes, like for example the new Act 8 of the new Anniversary Dungeon, you can obviously max out every single unit in here. And obviously for Godzilla, for Senators, you don't have to max them out. You can literally keep them on upgrade 0 because you need their passives, you don't need their damage or anything like that. So let's go ahead and try to spawn a boss to see how good this... let's just spawn... let's spawn... Okay, there we go. We just spawned this boss and let's see how good our units are gonna perform. Let's just see first this. This is gonna be the most important one because he will detonate the burns, as you guys can see. Look at this, guys. I mean, are you guys seeing this? By the way, are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing how this guy is getting wiped out? Do you guys see this? It's honestly crazy. This guy's getting wiped out. It's genuinely crazy. Okay, I just can't press this guy. Cool. But yeah, it's genuinely crazy. I really want to think that this will work before the detonation. So even when you detonate, you're detonating the burn after it gets buffed. But I'm not 100% sure it works that way. But I really hope it does. But look at how we're wiping out this unit, guys. Look at how easy we went through this boss. I mean, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. 10 million damage, 8 million damage. It's just crazy, honestly. And obviously we can just do this. Time stop, obviously, with the goat. And yeah, this is honestly one of the best combos in the game currently. It's just goated. It's low-key goated. And obviously, as I said, you can either keep this burn for Dio or just do Scorch, which buffs Escanor's burn even more. So you can either do that or this. Either works. And we got this guy who just detonates the burns. And yeah, this is probably the strongest burn team, but you can make it even stronger using Tengen, I guess, because he does buff burn units. But I'm pretty sure none of us got that Tengen familiar, I'm not gonna lie, except if it was just me. But I didn't get that Tengen familiar, so I can't really use him. Having Godzilla and Senator as the buffs is still very useful. This next combo is also very simple, but I really wanted to mention it because I really love Griffith, but I never use him because his ability annoys me. So when we got Wonder Review, I knew that they were gonna work really well together. If you guys didn't know this already, Wonder Review does not get killed by Griffith's demons. So having him as a unit to clear out the leaks while Griffith is still on his ability is a very helpful addition. So just place in Wonder Review. Obviously he's kind of cheap, so you can place him early on. Place in Wonder Review alongside Griffith while using his ability, and placing your farms and farming at the same time is very convenient because you won't have to worry about the Eclipse demons eating your units. And hopefully this goes through, so you can see, oh, it didn't hit him. But let me just actually place him somewhere where he's gonna get hit. There we go. They just walk past him because in his passive, this unit does not attack and cannot be harmed. So he cannot get killed by those demons. And also even his form that walks on the path doesn't get killed by the demons. So using him with Griffith is just makes your life easier. That way you can just comfortably just use Griffith's ability and don't worry about leaks or anything like that, because Wonder Review will just get rid of the leaks himself. And to be honest, this is a very, very progressive deal, because in progressive you won't have that much money to use, so using Griffith is very, very good. And to get rid of the leaks, as I said, without having to worry about the demons, Wonder Review got you. So yeah, it's a very, very good team to be using in story mode, for example, or legend stages. And also both of them are very, very easy to get, to be honest. So yeah, it's a very, very good team, especially for new players. And as you guys can see, we are almost done with Griffith. He's about to turn into his light form, and look, no leaks. Why? Because Wonder Review got us. He dealt with the leaks. And yeah, the only situation where Wonder Review is a little bit mid is against multi-path maps, but we don't have that many in Anime Vanguards anyway, so there's no need to worry. And genuinely, with this team, you can just do any mode without even using any of your money, because you don't need to upgrade Wonder Review to get rid of the first few waves. And in progressive modes, like Griffith, if you have Monarch on him, just clears out everything else. So yeah, it's a very, very good duo, this right here. Speaking of duos, can we talk about those guys? Holoseph and God, or Dio over Heaven. Those guys are obviously the strongest units this update, but it's not just about that. Those guys have the most insane summons I've ever seen. I mean, those guys make Vanguard Sun Jinwoo look like a nobody. And honestly, having those guys together is just a cheat code, because instead of having one summon, you get two. And yeah, there we go. As you guys can see, look at this. You got two per takedown, by the way. Per takedown, you got two summons that are very, very strong. They deal almost up to 1.4, 1.5 million damage between them. And yeah, it's just crazy. You can obviously just include other buffs as well. If you have Gazelle, for example, which buffs summons, this team will just become insane. But honestly, you don't even need to use her. You don't even need to use her, by the way, because they are already too insane. And obviously for Holoseph, you will need to use the double damage charm alongside the one that buffs the summons as well. I forgot, I don't remember the names, I'm not gonna lie, but you can tell by their description which ones I'm talking about. And obviously, as I said, having Gazelle is a very good option, but you do not need to have Gazelle for this team to be insanely strong, by the way. And yeah, I guess this is it, guys. Those 4 combos are very, very good. I'm not gonna lie, I personally don't like combos that fill up your whole team, like all the 6 slots. I would rather like 2 to 3 to 4 units maximum that comply with each other and complement each other, and then the rest of the team should be always optional with your best units that you have, maybe Monarch on or something like that, rather than having a full team of 6 units that are combos, because genuinely there's barely any game modes that you even get to use all of your team. So having a whole team of combos doesn't really work that well in this game, because of how short the game modes are and how much we don't have that much money. Obviously, I did do an exception with the Burn team, but that's just because Burn is goated. But other than that, Dio over Heaven and Hollow Knight, or Dio over Heaven and... But other than that, Dio over Heaven and Hollow Knight, or Wonder Review and Griffith, and also Hellkiller with Broly are a very, very good duos that complement each other a lot in the game. And those 3 options are very, very good for you if you want to roll Monarch on certain units. Basically, just might as well roll Monarch on units that comply with each other and make each other better, rather than doing it randomly. And obviously all of those units are top meta, so you're not wasting your Monarch on anybody. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and see you in the next one.